3-0 Georgia Bulldogs will travel to 3-0 Alabama Crimson Tide to get it on in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saturday night. My friends, welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Everybody, sit back, relax, and let's get this preview video started. My friends, what a battle, what a SEC battle this is going to be. And when you mention the Georgia Bulldogs, we are talking about in the last 51 games, Georgia is 49-2. Georgia also has going for them a 42-game win streak regular season. So, my friends, without a doubt, a lot is at stake for actually both teams. Now, when I mention that the Dogs are 49-2 in the last 51 games, the two losses were handed to them by the Alabama Crimson Tide. But my friends, Alabama, we all know Nick Saban called it quits. We have now for Alabama, Caleb DeBoer. And, I'm just going to say this. I think Caleb DeBoer is doing quite the job at Alabama so far. Now, my friends, let's stop first and check out the undefeated 3-0 Georgia Bulldogs, the visiting team, Saturday night. Georgia 3-0 looked this way. They beat up on Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers in the first game of the year, 34-3. They had a cakewalk against Tennessee Tech, 48-3, and they had a dogfight, no pun intended, a nail-biter in Lexington, Kentucky, but they pulled it out 13-12. Now, my friends, I'm just going to say this. The game against Kentucky, the offense looked lethargic. I thought the defense played well, but the offense did not look good to me at all. Now, offensively this year, Georgia is averaging 32 points a game, and defensively, a stingy 6 points per game to their opponents. Carson Beck, so far, is having a good year. Completed 68% of his passes for 680 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. If Carson Beck can play a clean game Saturday night, Georgia could win this game. But my friends, bottom line, Carson Beck needs to bring his A game. I don't think he lit it up at all against Kentucky. And I got to give Kentucky's defense a lot of credit. They held Carson Beck in check the whole game. On the running back side, transfer from Florida, Trevor Etienne, so far not doing bad as a Georgia Dog. 157 yards on the year, an impressive 6.5 yard per carry average. Let's look at the other running back, true freshman Nate Frazier. 113 yards rushing, 5.7 yard per carry average, and 1 rushing touchdown so far. My friends, look for Nate Frazier. I'm telling you, if Alabama is able to stop the run Saturday night, Kirby Smart might have to go to his bag of tricks and bring in Nate Frazier. This is a very good, talented freshman. Now on the skilled set wide receivers for the Dogs. So far, Dominic Lovett, he's having a great year so far in just 3 games. 12 grabs, 155 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Arian Smith, 11 grabs for 142 yards and 1 touchdown. And Dylan Bell, 9 grabs for 98 yards and 1 touchdown. So, my friends, I like the way so far Carson Beck is spreading the ball around to Lovett, Arian Smith, and Dylan Bell. okay? He's not just focused on one receiver. Now, I do believe his favorite receiver is Dominic Lovett, but, bottom line, he's doing a nice job getting the other skilled set receivers involved in the game. And I'm just going to say this, my friends, it's going to have to come down to a team win, okay? Like I mentioned, I've always said, in order to open up the passing game, they have to establish the running game. So, my friends, bottom line, it's going to be a battle between the Dawgs O-line versus the Bama D-line. Can the O-line for Georgia open up the holes for ETN and Nate Frazier? We shall see. Now, my friends, jumping over to the 3-0 Kalen DeBoer Alabama Crimson Tide. It looks this way. Alabama opened up. This game was over at half, beating up on Western Kentucky 63-0. They also beat South Florida 42-16. And I'm just going to say this. Always tough, Camp Randall Field, Wisconsin, to go in there and battle the Badgers. My friends, this wasn't even a game. It truly. DeBoer did his homework. He really impressed me with his coaching against Luke Fickell, and Bama destroyed the Big Ten Wisconsin team 42-10. My friends, this is an offense so far that is putting up 49 points a game in just the first 3 games. Defensively, they're just as good as Georgia's D. Alabama giving up a stingy 8 points per game. I'm just going to say this. Jalen Milroe is having quite so far in just 3 games, completing 67% of his passes, 590 yards so far, and 8 touchdowns. What impressed me the most, 0 interceptions. Milroe also has rushed for 156 yards, and my friends, this is not a mistake, 6 rushing touchdowns. Milroe has accounted for 14 touchdowns in just the first 3 games of the season. Wow. Jamarian Miller, I believe, has done a very nice job. Featured back, 265 yards so far on the year in 3 games, 9.1 yard per carry average, and 3 rushing touchdowns. My friends, if this O-line is not doing their job, I'm just going to say this. What a job that Alabama's O-line has done so far. Let's not forget Justin Haynes. 165 yards so far in 3 games, 8.9 yard per carry average, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, my friends, we have Jamarian Miller at 9.1 yard per carry average, and Haynes at 8.9. My friends, bottom line, this O-line is playing splendid so far. Now, I know you might say, well, Buckeye Vinny, they haven't really played anybody yet. Well, that could be true, but I'm just going to say this. When I watched that game against Wisconsin, my friends, it looked like a varsity versus the JV team. And the O-line for Alabama was just knocking the D-line of Wisconsin off the ball almost every play. Looking over to the wideouts. Leading receiver, Ryan Williams, 10 grabs, 285 yards, and 4 touchdown grabs. This is Milroe's favorite wide receiver, and I could see why. Jeremy Bernard, he's playing nice so far. 8 grabs for 125 yards, receiving 1 touchdown. And Kobe Prentice, 5 grabs for 77 yards and also 1 touchdown. But my friends, bottom line, once again, Milroe and Williams have been the favorite connection so far in the first 3 games for that explosive DeBoer offense. And my friends, I knew this was going to happen, okay? That I know the GOAT, Nick Saban, a great coach, okay? But offensively, DeBoer is right now is just lighting it up with the play calling and really bringing out the best in his quarterback Milroe. And I truly mean that. No shot at Saban last year or Tommy Rees, the OC. But there is just a difference between Milroe from this year to last year. For me, it's confidence. Milroe is playing with a lot of confidence, as you can see, accounted for 14 touchdowns, 8 through the air, 6 on the ground. This young man is playing with a lot of confidence. And my friends, I'm just going to say this. You know, if Georgia's D-line doesn't bring it, this is going to be a game won in the trenches. If Georgia's D-line is lethargic, okay, like they were a little bit last season to start the year, this could be a long night for the Georgia Dogs. I'm just going to say that right now. I mean, you see Miller already, the feature back, already in just 3 games, 265 yards rushing. My friends, it's going to be a battle in the trenches. And for me, you know, like I say, there's a lot that is riding on this game. Even though it's early in the year, it is the typical SEC battle matchup between the 2 best teams in the SEC, 3-0 Georgia Dogs versus the 3-0 Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My friends, if you are new to my video, and if you are new to my Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show, please click on the subscribe button. It's always free. If you like this video, please click on the like button for me. And like always, please comment down below. Not only do I like to read your comments, but everyone knows I love to get back to every comment that I read. My friends, what a battle this is going to be. Please comment down below who you think will win this game this Saturday night in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Once again, my friends, peace out. God bless. That's all Buckeye Vinny has for tonight. Everybody have a enjoyable, safe evening. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.